Good afternoon. My name is Nikita Alexiadis, and I'm here to talk to you about KNE3-D, a novel device that can dynamically measure the angles of knee rotation in 3 dimensions. Put yourself in this situation. You've just had knee replacement surgery, and your physical therapist has prescribed a rigorous rehabilitation regimen in order to build up the surrounding muscle. As the program progresses, you notice that you still have knee pain, stiffness, and instability, so you go to your orthopedic surgeon to conduct some imaging. Turns out you are now one of the 22,000 annual patients whose implant is failing and must be replaced. If caught early enough, a partial revision surgery could quickly resolve the issue. However, in most cases, a complete implant replacement is necessary, and these can be very costly. Currently, there are 2 main methods of gauging a patient's progress during rehabilitation. The first is a plastic goniometer, which is unsophisticated and can only measure range of motion statically as a patient sits on a table. This inhibits the caregiver's ability to detect early implant failures that are more apparent during common load-bearing activities such as walking or climbing stairs. The other option is gait analysis, which can provide accurate data through the use of motion sensing technology. However, each session is expensive and requires a patient to go to an off-site lab, which can be very inconvenient. KNE3-D provides physical therapists and orthopedic surgeons with a device that can dynamically analyze a patient's movement in the comfort of their office. Since there is currently no competitor on the market that can take dynamic load-bearing data of the knee, we believe that KNE3-D can overtake the market for knee rehabilitation monitoring by combining the simplicity of a plastic goniometer with the dynamic real-time data of a gait analysis lab into one device that can easily be used in any physical therapist's office. Our device is good for 50,000 uses or up to 10 years and can easily be serviced to last for another life cycle. KNE3-D would also qualify for FDA 510(k) approval, which would help greatly reduce the time needed to bring our device to market. If we target the market of over 100,000 physical therapy centers across the United States and assume that each center would want to purchase at least 3 devices at $1,000 per device, the market opportunity would be $300 million. In the first year, we project revenues of upwards of $1 million with a gross margin of 80%. And since we can produce each device for around $100, we estimate a profit margin of 90%. In addition to rehabilitation centers, KNE3-D could be marketed to most professional sports leagues to easily and effectively monitor the health of athletes' knees, both on the sidelines and in the locker room. We are asking for an investment of $150,000 for a 10% equity in our company. This money would be used to finance clinical trials in addition to implementing more advanced technologies such as wireless communication that would make our device more compact and portable in a physical therapist's office. Again, my name is Nikita Alexiadis representing KNE3-D, and thank you for your time.
Questions? Have you gotten actual feedback about this idea?
Yes, actually, well, our current clinical advisor is a hand surgeon, so he wasn't directly that helpful in the device. But we've gone to the Northeastern Bioengineering Conference, and today it's Senior Design Day, and multiple physical therapists have said that this device is very useful because a plastic goniometer, they just put you on a table and read it, and it's like any physical therapist, depending on the physical therapist, each one is going to have a different way of using that plastic goniometer, and they get different data. This makes it much easier for consistency between physical therapists, and the data is much more applicable.
Thanks. What is the current status of your prototype or MVP product?
Our prototype is fully functioning as of today.
Is there a prognostic application here as well? Could one use this to, let's say, prevent athletes from injuring their knees?
Yeah, this is a knee rehabilitation monitoring device. So we can use this. Well, ideally, we'd like to have 2 devices in the set where one would be used to monitor a healthy knee and the other would be used to monitor an injured knee. So we can compare the 2 values and identify any injuries or anything that's wrong with the athlete. So that's why we think this would be great in a professional sports league, because teams would love to have this on the sidelines with their medical staff.
In going to market, are you thinking that the places that do the rehabilitation would be your buyer?
Yeah, I think the main buyer would be rehabilitation centers because they would have a few in their center and they wouldn't have to use one per doctor per se, but usually rehabilitation centers are the largest center of physical therapists. And then on top of that, the market for professional sports leagues with their medical staffs.
Excellent. Thank you very much.